let's review this game. So the game started with Ruy Lopez, d5, knight f6. So far so good. Bishop c5, c3, castle. Well, so yeah. So the purpose of c3 is quite clear. White is going to push the d pawn, and white have 1, 2, 3 defenders on d4. So it's the same number as attacker on d4. So which means if we push the d pawn, yeah, black cannot win this pawn, and black has to retreat the bishop, for example b6, and later white can have a very great control of the center. So the proper move for black is d6. Black has to support e5, and if I play d4, black can move the bishop back to b6. Take. If I take the queen, we can take that with the knight actually. So if white take our e5 pawn, you can take the e4, or you can play bishop b7 and take the e4 later. White cannot play f3 because the pawn is pinned, and also the f7 pawn is safe with the d8 knight. So yeah, so black should prepare something before d4, either d6 or bishop to b6 first. So castle d4, then white is building advantage at the center. Take, and so from white's perspective, actually white can play e5 to attack the knight first, and the knight cannot move to d5 because control. If knight to d4, that's still a problem. If take the pawn, queen go, for example, to b6, and bishop d5, the knight is trapped. So yeah, if knight to g4, it's basically the same. Actually, a3, h3, the knight cannot go to anywhere but h6, and white can expose the king with bishop h6. These pawns are doubled. 92, 94, knight f6, knight h4, queen g4. Yeah, a lot of things white can do to attack the black king side. So e5 should be the best move, and d4 is still okay. We can play e5. Yeah, it's okay. But I feel like black can move bishop to e7 if we play e5 and 98. So yeah. So even though the knight is at passive position, the defense for black is still solid. Black can attack the center with d6, and the bishop can go to b7, and also the bishop can guard g5. So white is better, of course, but black can defend in some way. But the bishop moved to b6 after e5 98. What about bishop g5? If bishop g5, the knight has go to e7. The knight is really awkward. And after 93, 95 is coming. So black is really awkward. The f pawn cannot push. The e7 knight cannot move. So yeah, knight c3, d6, knight. Bishop g5 is still a good move. If the king has to run away, he has to go to d7. It's not good because d5 e6. Yeah. So this structure of pieces is really awkward. Knight d5, take, bishop b7, bishop g5 is coming. I feel like, oh no, knight e7. Yeah, the knight, where can the queen go? Maybe queen b8 and bishop e7. Trap the rook. Take, queen go here, knight g5, attack f7, and also queen h5. Black cannot defend f7, and white is winning. 97, that's a good move. And white won pieces. e6. Knight g5, knight d6. So actually, rook d6 can be something considered. 7, rook has a takedown, and we can simplify the game with trading the pieces. If knight king g, that's a problem. White can win more. Yeah, there's a discover attack. So white can play rook d6 to simplify the game. Queen g5 is also aggressive move. G6. Yeah, it's also a good move. Okay, checkmate. Cool.